Alvaro Martin, CEO of Pulsar. What's up, good sir?
What's up? I promised
Welcome.
I was about to come to show the next thing of our project, and here I am, man.
And here you are.
Really
I love
pleased,
it,
really
man.
pleased to be here.
And you brought with you Garrison Yang, your CMO at Pulsar. Look at this giant party we got going on right here, guys. This is great. This is probably the most people we've ever had on stream, I think.
I want to emphasize the backgrounds these guys are rocking. All right.
Yes.
Like, you want the Pulsar backgrounds, and this isn't the only one. I'm not gonna lie. I've seen a few, and I think it's legit NFT worthy. And hopefully, the team does something cool with it and lets the community have some of these backgrounds in the future. Just a gentle nod, nudge for the community right there.
Oh, there we go.
Whoa, look at that one.
Oh, look at it showing off. See?
That's
this is what I'm talking about, guys.
Smasher,
Yes, I love it, man. So just to get everybody on the same page, Pulsar is a sci-fi MMO real-time strategy game with a player-driven economy. It's all built on an Avalanche subnet. And it's guys, I got to tell you, we see a lot of Web3 gaming stuff over here, obviously. And this one is the biggest deal to me right now because it really feels like it's going to break through in a big way. You know what I mean? So let me give it over to you guys. Please talk a little bit about Pulsar, where you got the idea. I know it's a amazing team that you're working with. So if you wouldn't mind talking a little bit about it yourselves, please get us schooled on Pulsar, fellas.
I want to highlight that Garrison won the war of the backgrounds. Yeah,
yeah, he kind of did. I agree.
The real alpha's in the backgrounds. I'm just leaking content right now.
Absolutely.
So
everybody loves a little bit of an alpha leak. It's all good.
Yeah. Yeah, so let me tell you how this adventure started, and I will pass the mic to Garrison. So, I've been working in the video game industry for almost 20 years. Yeah, so when you work in a big company, it takes forever convince the leadership of the company to do something new or open even a revenue stream. Doesn't matter the amount of data you put on the table. They are in their what I call mojito party. Yeah, they have the private jet. They take the private jet, and if they have an awesome idea, they put it on the table. But the reality, like crypto gaming, they are not able to see it. Yeah, the different waves. Yeah, so it took me forever to convince my previous company to do Castle Crush Crypto. Yeah, and what I wanted to do really was a game built from the ground up with the principle and the knowledge of crypto. Yeah, because I really think Web3 gaming should go evolve in something else.
Sure.
And cannot be with it. So just to speed up this thing. Yeah, we sit down. What do we do? Yeah. And we were playing tons of StarCraft, Command and Conquer, Age of Empires, yeah, and lately even Total War Warhammer, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we had always that thing there of StarCraft, how it should look like, yeah. And there is one thing in particular of StarCraft that was very appealing to me, and the idea jumped very quickly to my mind. Okay, you have mining, yeah. With the GPUs of tokens.
Sure.
And in StarCraft, you send your robots to mine. Okay, what about if those are NFTs? And this is how you mine the game. That is the inception idea of all of this,
There it all is.
So, Garrison.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Go ahead.
Maybe one thing that I want to add to what Alvaro said. So StarCraft has been, and it still is, by far the most popular real-time strategy game. And I'm including StarCraft 1 and 2. These are games, and StarCraft 1, if you can believe it, came out in 1998, and it still has a pro gamer scene in Korea, and people go apeshit for it. And not going to lie, I go a little bit apeshit for it as well, okay? Now, the game has been extremely successful because it's combined fun, skill, and strategy all into a single genre. And it caters to the guys who literally can't play any games, to the guys that can do 400 actions per minute, pro level. Don't sell yourself short, man. We know you got skills, but like it caters to everybody, right? Yes, it's difficult to sort of get good, but when you get good, the game is a different game as you progress. So like Pulsar having the ability to evolve that one step further, incorporate an open economy through Web3, and I'm not gonna give too much alpha. I want Alvaro and Garrison to talk about that, but incorporating ability to play 24/7 and also separating the roles, I think it's like literally big evolution. So I just want to emphasize that.
Absolutely, man. I mean, the game really stuck out from back in episode 7. I was talking about this before you guys came on, and Garrison, you weren't here for this, but Alvaro was here back in episode 7 of our other stream in the club, and that's where you guys premiered the first the alpha footage of Pulsar. And so that was
back
really
before
cool.
he prettied it up. It was still on UE4.
Yeah, and I mean, and listen, it looked amazing then too, though. Don't sell yourself short. I mean, you guys are working with a very, very cool. So I mean, this is the Unreal Engine, right?
Yeah.
So yes. So if you know anything, so let me backtrack a little bit. Unreal Engine is like, if you're a gamer, that's like a big deal. This is like, you want your games to look like that. The Unreal Engine is what we're going for, right? So and I know Alvaro, one of the things that stuck out is Alvaro said in the stream, we've got people from the AAA gaming industry that we're working with. And, that's what made this project so exciting to me from jump. I was like, okay, these guys are really trying to, they're doing it the right way in all the different ways that you can do it right. You know what I mean? So all that being said, go ahead. Sorry.
One note, back in the days, so we did the first in-game footage and the trailer, 3 people part-time. When I came to the club, we were 16, not all of them full-time. Now we are 30. So doubling down, man.
So it just keeps growing. That's great news, man. Congratulations on that. Well, let's actually take a look at the game. Can we play the trailer for everybody? We've got the trailer ready for you guys. We want you to see it because it is very exciting. It gets me pumped up. I can only speak for myself, but it gets me pumped up. So can we show that to our viewers, please? This is Pulsar, everybody. This is the game trailer for Pulsar.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah, that thing hypes me up every time. Holy shit.
It's not boring, that's for sure.
That is hardcore, you guys. I see a little. Do I see a little Armored Core influence in there too? A little bit, maybe.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, man. When you play many games and you see so many sci-fi movies, I guess you have a mixture of many things.
You just got it on the brain at that point. I know how that. I mean, if you can see behind me, I got one or two collectibles. I'm familiar with that kind of world. So, in any case, man, super stoked about the game. I got to tell you, when John and I were going through everything for the stream here in our little third-party streaming service, he was playing the game and he was doing this. I was trying to talk to him about things that were happening, and he the camera was on him. I'm embarrassing him a little bit, but the camera was on him. He's playing the game, and I said, "Hey, John, what if we do this for the stream?" He goes, "Yeah." He's just moving his mouse back and forth. He's going, "Yeah." I said, "What? Okay, John, are you listening to me?" "Yeah, yeah." So he got pretty good. I'm going to tell you guys, he got pretty good, and we're going to see it in a little bit. But I wanted to kind of open things up. We got a lot of people hanging out in the chat on both. Let's see, on Twitch and Twitter. We're simultaneously on Twitch and Twitter today. So I wanted to say, chat, if you guys have any questions, let us know. But I wanted to kind of open it up to the Pulsar gang here. And is there anything you want to get us hip to as far as the trailer goes? Kind of break down what's in that trailer. It looked like you're able to upgrade your Spider Fighter. Is that what's going on there? Can you like buy upgrades or like what's going on?
Yeah, definitely. Of course, come on. So we need to
come on.
So we need to take into consideration that we need to build the MMO first, and then next year are coming the different game modes. So probably will be more closer to StarCraft, no? A bit more close to that. So in that MMO game, we are going to deliver 3 expansion packs during this year: miners, builders, warlords. So basically, those are subsets of the final game. Yeah. So in the miners, we tend to generate liquidity of our token Pulsar. Yeah.
Sure.
And other in-game resources. In the builders is when the people are going to have available the hangar, and is where they are going to be able to evolve and craft different pieces for their robots. Yeah. And that allow the players to generate liquidity of NFTs, yeah, and put them on the market. Then we are going to have a bit of fun, yeah, in a sprint, hopefully releasing in Christmas. We don't know yet if at the end of December or beginning of January. But there we are going to add tons of new features, abilities to the robots, depending on what you put on top of the spider.
Yeah.
We are going to have different stuff that I cannot reveal yet. Then is that is what you saw. You saw a sneak peek of the hangar. That is the way that you assemble your NFTs. Yeah. And this is very important for us because we want, instead of be us selling those assets, we want the players generating that liquidity of tokens and NFTs. Sure. And then we bring the web to mobile, iOS, Android, PC, Mac, etc. We do a user acquisition. We bring you the customers. Yeah, this is something that Garrison explained very well. But we bring you those customers, and we are going to sell maybe some vanity items, skins, basic units. Yes. But the players, the free-to-play players, are going to buy what the players are going to craft.
That's awesome.
And so basically, I'm sorry. So basically, in terms of the timeline of rolling out the game, we're looking at a good year and a half.
Yeah. So in the latest years, I would say decades, because when I was tech director of the whole technology at King and Tools, we designed a system, OTA packages. So basically, those are downloadables. We were delivering content to the players every 2 weeks. In AAA is more complicated. Probably will be content drops every month. Yeah. But the idea is we're going to give you 3 different subsets of the game until Christmas to give a kind of advantage to the crypto user between 3-6 months. And then we are going to be updating the game, if possible, every month. Yeah, until we complete the roadmap. And then we say, okay, here is the fully fledged experience. And then we can get crazy with the story and so on. Yeah. So step by step.
The best way to think about it, is we're delivering the world, and you can play in the world mid-October. right? Like think about the first 15 minutes of a StarCraft game. We're just going to deliver the world. It's going to be there. The Web3 players are the first people in this world, and they're going to start extracting resources. They're going to start building the on-chain assets. But for a Web2 user, there's nothing to do, right? Because a Web2 user, a free-to-play user, they have no assets, they have no units, or even if they were to enter the world, there's nothing for them to do. And so over the course of the next 4 to 5 months, between October, let's call it October 15th through the end of December, all the Web3 players are going to be progressing in this world and creating all of the supply of things that the Web2 users can buy. And so if you think about the arc of what Pulsar is, the very beginnings is just like that beginning of StarCraft. There's like not a ton of exciting things going on, right? Like you're not battling anyone. You're just trying to grab your piece and start the beginning of your strategy. And then what Pulsar actually is right outside the game is it's a two-sided marketplace. The Web3 people are going to come in, they're going to farm the land, they're going to play the game, build up their production capabilities, choose how they want to expand within this ecosystem. And then when all the Web2 players come in, some people will have decided to kind of colonize in a really strategic way. Some people will have over-indexed on resource production. Some people will have over-indexed on unit production. And we're going to see how this economy plays out.
Wow, that's awesome. I mean, especially coming from finance and looking at economics and stuff like that. I think that part is really interesting to me. And just shooting at things and destroying things is exciting as well. But just to see how it evolves like that,
definitely
organically, I think that's very exciting.
And even our token generation is done in an organic way. You need to buy the land, you need to buy the miners, you need to buy the refineries, and depending on the amount of players we have, is how we are going to be releasing more land. Yeah. So we are not going to come with a pack of millions of tokens and hey, there you have it. Should be generated.
Right.
And that actually is, I think, very worthy of emphasizing. Like, given that our initial audience is crypto folks, everybody is going to ask, how does the economy work? How does the inflation work?
Right.
In reality, you guys created a system where the inflation only occurs when you have acquired gamers, right?
Yeah.
The amount of land, the amount of assets you control in a sort of actively managed economy, but also people have to play the game to extract the resources, and only when the resources are extracted and refined is when the circulating supply increases. So in that sense, it's very symbiotic, versus most of the projects out there have very set vesting and unlocking schedules. Right here, you have the supply and demand linked together so that one doesn't increase without the other. So in that sense, it's quite good, especially for a game, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, everything here is like, and so raw Pulsar is the most valuable resource on the planet and the primary energy source for you guys' machinery. Is that right?
That is from Twitter.
I'm reading from Twitter over here. I got to be honest. You know what I mean? Full disclosure.
Garrison like to leak stuff.
You know what I do is I sit in the dev channel in Discord and I just troll them every single time they put something out there. I'm like, all right, let's put this on Twitter. but it's because I'm in PST, right? So when Alvaro and the rest of the team, I wait for them to go to bed, and then I just start posting shit when they're sleeping. And then they wake up the next morning and I'm already asleep, so they can't say anything about it.
There you go.
Yeah, the guys started putting hashtag like Garrison, please don't post this.
It's like that naughty kid who like goes out partying but only starts using the credit card when the parents are asleep, man. That was a classic strategy that I've heard from humans who went to college.
Yeah,
I've heard this. Yes, I've never done it myself, of course.
Yeah, if you're not familiar with our guy Firestorm, he does broadcast from Jupiter. He's coming to us live from the planet Jupiter right now. He is a cartoon axolotl that is on fire. Anyway, dudes, this is like, we're giving you guys a lot of information today, but it's all good information, and like this is such an exciting game. So, would we be able to like actually show a little bit of this? Is that cool? Can we play some? Are you guys ready for this? Because initially we were going to have our COO Tim Shan play. Didn't work out. We were going to have me play. Didn't work out. We're, like I said at the top of the show, we're filthy Mac users. We like our Apple Macintosh computers, you know what I mean? But our guy John Teuger, the man behind all our Dexalot art, is our savior with a PC. So he is going to show you guys the Pulsar demo, and I got to tell you, I've been watching it for the last couple hours. It looks incredible. And John's getting really good, and I'm no pressure, man. I feel like he's gonna, I'm gonna say how good he's doing, and then he's gonna die in like 30 seconds. You know what I mean?
Guys, 20 plus years StarCraft experience. Okay, his design stuff, none of that matter. This guy's been playing StarCraft, so let's see how well he does. If he does not do well, I expect a lot of trolls in the chat. All right, that's all I'm gonna say. Because if he embarrasses himself, oh my god.
You'll probably be the biggest troll, by the way.
All right.
I mean, if I had hands to type, sure.
If he had hands to type, this guy, he's really leaning into his cartoon axolotl status. All right. Well, let's. I think John's got to work some magic on his end to get everything going. So let's give him a second while he gets everything on screen. And we got Brad McFall's in the chat, Boogie B's in the chat. What's up, guys? Now the screen is going to shift a little bit, so everybody prepare. Okay. Let's not get too upset when that happens. What's going on here?
That's the intro.
Oh, here we are. Here we go, guys. All right, here it is.
I'm glad you're alive. Our main forces have been destroyed. I'll contact Commit to send a rescue team. Try to find a safe place for now.
I'm wondering if Garrison maybe want to walk us through a bit, distract.
Sure. If you guys wouldn't mind, we would love a walkthrough as it's happening. That would be amazing.
Yeah, we can do a little walkthrough and reveal some stuff while he's playing. I mean, right now you can see he's landed on sort of this desert biome, right? So in Pulsar, there are 4 different biomes, 4 different categories of land, and each biome will have a number of attributes. And you can read all about this in the light paper, but each biome will have varying different types of resources, different type of PvE enemies, different opportunities. And each biome or each piece of land also has what we call a security rating. And that security rating is going to determine the amount of randomly generated mobs that are going to attack you while you're doing your thing, right? Mining and building and crafting and playing the game. So right now he's sort of starting in this enclosed desert biome. He's playing around with a couple of units. He's highlighting his worker units here that are Pulsar miners, and they extract resources out of the land NFTs. And then he's also got a couple of spider tanks. I think one of the spider tanks actually has like a plasma cannon or something going on there. And then
it's a Gatling and a grenade launcher. Those 2 are special. The other ones are laser.
And then he's also got a mothership. And so you'll notice the UI should look and feel very much like StarCraft, right? Like you highlight multiple units, you're moving them around in a similar way. In this case, he's starting with a basic set of units, and as he moves to the right, he'll be able to explore the land a little bit.
Garrison, do you guys already have control groups? I'm asking for the pros up.
Yeah. Awesome. You can assign numbers.
Control 1, control 2, etc.
We got to enable that micro, man.
Hell yeah, bro. Where is the APM counter for this John guy? I want to see the APM.
This John guy.
We got to add an APM plugin for this.
Yeah. This is going to be a feature request. I'm going to put in a ticket.
Let's go.
So you can see here he's engaging his first enemies, right? So he's going to go ahead and battle them. This is a good opportunity to talk about like what the gaming experience is going to be like in mid to late October. So as Alvaro mentioned, we're releasing 3 different cuts of the game between October and December. And then in early 2023, we're going to be enabling PvP. So for all the Web3 gamers that sort of participate in the first release of the game, right, which is totally playable here, as well as kind of using the NFTs that they mint in their starter pack, you guys are going to be playing a PvE game, right? You're colonizing the land, you're going on missions, you're exploring dungeons, you're looting enemies, you're collecting resources from your land, and you're preparing for sort of the eventual player versus player combat that we're going to enable.
Nice.
That timeline is something that we've totally pulled up, right? I think originally, externally, we had sort of mentioned that hey, game launch is going to be until 2023. And then I opened my mouth and told everyone that we should probably do it a little bit earlier. And so we're actually going to be pulling up that release date into the end of this year, actually in 60 or 70 days or so. So we're really excited to bring you something that's playable on chain, like in October.
I love that. Growing up with Khan in our chat, this guy's one of our regulars. He's quite a character. He just said, "Did you see what John just did? He put miners ahead of tanks. That's high level SC strat."
Yeah, these guys are quite tanky compared to spiders, I guess.
He knows his StarCraft is what this Khan character is trying to say.
We got a lot of StarCraft talent in the house. It seems
We do, man. We got a lot of StarCraft lovers. Shout out to all the StarCraft lovers in the chat.
We'll find something else.
Ooh.
So what you're looking at here, you just panned
Tiny.
over. There's a little bit of fog of war, but you just saw some of those red crystals. Those are the Pulsar crystals.
Okay.
And one thing we didn't talk about earlier is the Pulsar is actually contained in the land NFT. So unlike a lot of other games, right, there isn't going to be this like traditional emission of the token. There's only one token. It's the Pulsar token. In order to introduce liquidity of Pulsar into the market, players actually have to play the game, mine the resource, refine the resource using another building NFT, and then that turns the raw Pulsar, which is like sort of an in-game construct, into an on-chain asset. And this like idea of engagement is super important because it prevents things like NFT staking or token staking that just consistently releases a ton of emissions from a small pool of people, or rather a small revenue base, right? In order to actually increase token liquidity and sort of cause inflation in the market, players have to continually play the game, and that means that the liquidity of the token in the market will only grow proportionally to the number of players that are actually spending time in the game. And that allows us to use game mechanics to actually control liquidity. And for the people out there who are like, market kind of sucks, should I be investing in NFTs? It also means that it creates a price floor for your land NFT, right? Because there's an inherent asset that's embedded in it that you can't just sort of extract willy-nilly, right? You actually have to play the game in order to get it. Introduces sort of resource scarcity as well as a floor in the asset value.
Wow.
All right. John is already moving really fast. He's only played this for a few hours.
Dude, he's been going ham. Like, you
What
should have
is
seen this guy
impressive-
earlier.
Man,
Oh, look at the micro. Hell yeah, bro.
Yeah. He got it.
Oh,
But he's not even using the shield.
Just all offensive defense, man.
He doesn't need a shield.
If he wins without a shield, oh my god.
I will feel totally ashamed.
I mean,
Listen.
let me tell you guys something about John. Okay, I work with this guy every day, and I've never been a StarCraft. Full disclosure, I'm not a StarCraft player, but I am a big Dark Souls, Elden Ring guy, and I'm always giving John headaches and saying, John, how come you never want to do Dark Souls PvP or Elden Ring PvP with me? And he always says, I can't do those games, Jimmy. They would just run my life. This guy has been going nuts with this game. He has been
Is John waiting for the
now.
enemies to come in and he's putting the shield around them so they can't escape?
Yeah.
It's like a next
I
level
see where he's
strategy
at
here.
now.
I mean,
Yeah,
I think I have
this tells you basically what we wanted to generate here is you have different strategies always to win. Either you use I use the miners as support, building turrets. You have the shield that is a more defensive strategy, or then you go ahead and you generate a shitload of spiders, right? And you have the strategy that is followed. So the game at the end should be adapted to everybody. Of course, at the end, I guess a skill ultimately will win, yeah. But this doesn't matter. You cannot play if you don't have that high level of skill. You can play in another ways.
Sure. No, John's just
Now
really
the interesting thing, the interesting thing that he's doing is he's doing what's called a stutter step. You take your units because your units are ranged. The enemies are not ranged. You can hit the enemy, take one step back, hit the enemy, take one step back. Right? It forces the enemy to move off further while you're continuously bombarding them. And he seems to be crushing the big guys, huh?
What is that called again?
It's called the stutter step.
Yeah. See, when I was growing up, that was called the sock hop. That was what we called it in my
Oh,
neighborhood.
this is not good.
I'm just kidding. Sorry, bad joke.
Oh, that will be tough.
Oh,
He did it. He
Oh,
did it
come on.
I
before. He
still
did
have
it.
it.
Can you repair?
I don't think so. No.
In the mission, no.
I don't know how.
But he definitely made it more than 3 minutes, though, right?
Yeah.
This
He
is really
still has
impressive.
120 to go.
Yeah, the
okay.
counter is in the middle.
Oh, okay, right.
Now he's going to have to preemptively protect that bottom building so that he doesn't miss. The one.
He's getting in trouble.
Yeah.
One spider left. 2.
Come on, John. Oh,
Boom.
no.
Well, not bad.
No,
Not too
not
bad.
bad at all.
I think we distracted him too much. The last wave.
I gotta say that the no shield thing is pretty bold.
GG's.
Yeah.
Yeah, GG. GG.
GG.
Yeah, no shield. That's hardcore, man. We got to give our boy John some props for the no shield run there. Can we get a W in the chat for John, please? Chat on Twitch.
This is just awesome. This looks great. This plays great. It feels great.
You're getting a lot of GGs and Ws right now, John.
Awesome.
So shout out to the chat, showing you a lot
Thanks,
of love,
man. Because shout out to the team. You have here a huge StarCraft players telling you that looks good, feels good, is fun. So that is the most important for us. That is the most important.
Yeah, man. I mean, we just like to have fun. That's the main thing. And I guess right about now, since John is, I can tell you guys, listen, he's mad right now. He wants to do he wants to keep going.
Want to do
I
it
can already
again.
tell you. And so I would say, John, you'll get there, man. But you guys, let's open it up for the chat. If you guys got any questions for Garrison and Alvaro, let me remove this nonsense. There we go. Sorry about that. And if you got any questions for Garrison and Alvaro, please feel free to ask. Firestorm and Tim, if you guys got anything to add, please jump in. Ooh.
Yeah, I mean, I just want to know how to get as good as John, because some of these people, I was like, oh, that's what so my background, and I'm not a vet of StarCraft, but I started to play it after my first meeting with Alvaro and Fernando, his partner. I was like, what is a StarCraft? So I downloaded it. I was like, oh, I think I could play this. And then, so I've been playing StarCraft. I went through all the campaign and all that. But then you get to the verses, right? And I'm like, oh, whoa, this is next level. And I just this past week watched a pro play, and I'm like, no, I think you need to be on steroids or some sort of drugs to play at that level. And truthfully, I don't know whether I want to get that good. Certainly at my age. So.
No, man, come on in. It's okay. It's a trust me.
Cool thing.
Asian guys who game. We're cool, man. Let's do it. Come on.
It's just a number. You're right. It's just a number.
Exactly.
I think Alvaro touched on this earlier. Like, the developers that build this game usually build it with a vision and with the skills they have. What ends up happening is once you build a properly linked economy and good game loops, like, players out there have different kind of creativity, and they're going to create different strategies. Like, if John won without shields, I was going to get shocked. But it is possible to do that with enough stutter step or with enough control groups where you're constantly pumping units, right? Obviously, the game balance, will always change. But, like, the things that people achieve with, basically these games is unbelievable. Again, pros versus casual versus beginners is like, it's almost like the game is a different game, the way they play.
Totally.
But look at it, because let's put this situation that Firestorm and John, they team up and they are smashing everybody. Yeah, Tim might not be having that ability, like them, but maybe he was more prepared during more time, or he spent more time, or he's in a guild with other people. Yeah. So while other more skilled people are fighting them, yeah, Firestorm and John, maybe he is supporting with other type of units like building turrets, shield, spending his what he mined, you know. So there is one very important point here, that to don't discourage those people that has no that ability, we need to create gameplay for them too. Yeah, because cannot be that as Tim was saying, no, hey, I connect, I enjoy the campaign. We are going to have missions. Yeah, actually, mid-August, we are going to stream for our investors the new mission in the snow biome multiplayer. Yeah, and we are going to try to have different setups. Yeah, more a guy with more spider tanks, other one with miners. We are going to try to mix it up, different things. So that the message we want to send out there is like, hey, the MMO is for everybody. Maybe not the one versus one, right? Sure. But the MMO should be for everybody, and everybody should be able to have fun, have a pleasant experience every day or almost every day. I want to play 5 minutes. I don't have more time. Okay, I will do some setup of my miners, yeah, to gather resource to play on the weekend. On the weekend, you take your resources, you pump up your different units, or you are evolving in whatever, and then, hey, now I'm ready to do the mission number 5 with my colleagues, or even alone. Yeah, so we need that, and that's how you democratize in a way, or how you expand a game like this to reach that millions of players. Yeah. Absolutely. And so, team, don't discourage yourself. You are going to have.
Well, I'm glad you said that. Yeah, because if I have to play Jun or Firestorm on every game, I think, yeah, I might need the drugs at that point.
Tim, you and me will learn together, man. I guarantee I'm terrible at this. So you and me will learn together.
Yeah,
it's kind of funny because like nobody actually has seen me play, and like I'm appreciating this.
That is, you're all
listen. We will stream at one point, right? I don't mind a nice one-on-one with anybody out there. But one thing I actually want to ask Alvaro. So I just want to sort of emphasize and demystify this for the audience. Within Pulsar, even though the mission that John just played, basically allows him to mine, build, and fight, in reality, you are separating these roles for people who just want to do mining, who just want to do building, and who just want to do fighting, right? So in that sense, and I can sort of pull from experience, StarCraft at one point became really stressful because I reached my personal skill ceiling. Admittedly, it's not that high, and I couldn't get good anymore, and the game started giving me like stress. And I'd rather focus on micro to try and improve that rather than doing the mining and macro and all that good stuff. So I guess this game will allow me to choose what I want to do depending on my time, depending on my commitment, and just play that, right? I think that, it sounds simple, but I think that's sort of a revolutionary idea. Because it increases the number of gamers that can come to the game. It creates a larger economy for you, and it allows me to just go out and just smash units and not worry about anything else. So I just wanted to applaud.
that's it's perfectly resumed, I would say, and that's what we want. Adoption is very important, and actually I think it's key in Web3. So we are taking in a very serious way our community, how we plan the tokenomics, the cut of John also, and how people are going to enjoy our game. Yeah. So, and it's important for us that even, I don't know, my brother or my father at one point, maybe they don't want to fight, but maybe they like the mining and constructing. So you are going to have always something to do, yeah? Doesn't matter which kind of ability, that if you like sci-fi and RTS, you're going to enjoy, or we are going to try. And then in the future, let's see, surprises for upcoming years.
Let's go.
We do have one question in the chat for you from Khan, the character. And someone is asking for Jun's cat to please rejoin and maybe do the demo.
Yes.
Oh, Khan has more questions. Okay. Will there be other races for PvP? do you mean by other?
No spoilers.
That's a yes.
Not yet. Okay,
Not
not yet.
Not yet. All right.
Not yet. Not yet.
How many
Guys,
motherships?
step by step.
Yeah, one thing at a time here, Con. Well, he also wants to know how many motherships there are.
How many motherships there are? Well, what we envision is that ultimately most of the player they are going to have one mothership, because the free to just to give a glimpse of this is related with tokenomics. Free to play players are not going to have that mothership that you saw, because they are going to be static in the map. And my God, they are going to kill me. Okay, so the mothership is like in chess, is going to be in chess the queen.
Okay.
More to come. I will not explain anymore.
No, yeah, totally.
I'm spoiling. I cannot come here, man.
I think Garrison's gonna reveal it tomorrow morning, so it's okay.
Yeah.
We're just gonna
Once
you guys go to
got
bed,
on
it's going to be
Twitter,
on
don't
Twitter, so don't even worry about it.
I'll put it on Twitter for you. But yes, free to play, right? Like, absolutely free to play. Alvaro's talking about adoption, and like the only way something like this actually works, right, is if we build something that has really, really low barrier to access for as many people as possible. It's like, if you think about it from a traditional economy perspective, what we want to do is build let's call it 20% of people who have invested in the game, who are producers, and then you have 80% of people, this like long tail, who are accessing the game. They're not investing as much, so they don't have as much at risk. Maybe they're more casual players, but they're buying like marginal amounts of units to play a completely different experience. And I'll wrap that in with Con's next question is no, you won't need a wallet to play if you're free to play, right? The whole point of it is you install and go. You shouldn't even have to know that you're engaging with on-chain assets, because we are going to allow you to play for free. Let's say you guys played like Candy Crush or something. You're playing, you love it, and then you hit your first kind of bottleneck. You're like, shit, I need another miner to make this faster. Cool. Whip out your wallet, pay for a miner. You're actually buying that miner from a Web3 player who has produced that on-chain asset. This is just for an example, right? And now we're helping facilitate this two-sided economy that actually allows people to earn. Instead of, in some kind of closed economies, you end up having people just moving liquidity around, and then eventually there's a ton of inflation, and the thing that people are earning or selling their assets for, it crashes to zero, right? And what we want to do is continually bring in revenue from that long tail, and then have that revenue, strategically be anchored in fiat, right? Like that way there's a portion of the revenue and economy that isn't entirely exposed to crypto market cycles. And that's going to create some really interesting, stable economics for everyone.
Yeah.
I mean, I got to tell you guys, I'm a Firestorm laugh the first time I said this, but I'm a Web2 gamer in a Web3 world, and I got to tell you, this all sounds brilliant to me. So it's I love it, man. I'm super excited about this project, guys.
I guess another way to say this is the crypto involvement is optional. You basically need to choose to play the game, and once you like it, you can pull out your assets. But if you don't want to, you don't have to, right? In that sense, it's very unique also from an onboarding perspective. Props to you guys.
And can we, John, can we run the website? Someone is asking how to start playing. And so let's put the website up for you guys. I think we said October, right? Is when we're going to be able to start playing, right? So that's
NFT drops are coming in September. Stay tuned, because we are going in August to have some free airdrops. Yeah,
sure.
Minting Pass, and then September we go ahead with the NFT drops. Guys, be ready. Remember, we are going to release only a subset: miners expansion pack, then builders, then warlords. Yeah. To give you like a time to generate the liquidity of tokens and NFTs. Yeah. But stay tuned.
When can I get the Pulsar hat that you're wearing?
Man, when we see each other, when we
Let's
see each
go.
other,
All right.
let's go.
Next party.
So maybe we need to organize something in Christmas, man. I really don't know.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's not
Jimmy's gonna
Dubai
DJ
during
for
the
that party.
summer, that's for sure.
Yeah,
Not
you know,
Dubai during the
Dubai
summer.
in summer. I totally recommend everybody to not go to Dubai in summer. Yeah, I'm here because I need to do some company stuff and
Sure.
But guys, Dubai in summer is not the way to go.
What's the high temperature there today?
The problem I would say is not even the temperature, because you can have 35, 40, sometimes 45 Celsius degrees. But the problem here, we had even 50 and some other crazy stuff in the south of Spain, where I'm from. However, the problem here in Dubai is the humidity, man. It's like 90%.
Really?
You know that feeling when you open the oven? Yeah,
and it's just
that's
like
the
hits you in
flame.
the face.
That is when you open the balcony, you go out. It's that same feeling. It's terrible. It's not even, because if it was dry, well, I can be more or less fine. You go jumping shadow to shadow,
Right.
Man, it's hard. It's hard. So summer, avoid summer.
Hey man, I'm with you, man. I'm in Minneapolis, Minnesota. We're known for being very cold, and I think it's 90 Fahrenheit today, 95 Fahrenheit tomorrow. I think, Tim, what's that in Celsius? 35?
Let me calculate that real quick. It's going to be close to 40, right?
40, yeah. So
Yeah.
it's hot. It's hot.
It's hot.
And and so I'm with
look,
you, man.
We're all going to meet them in Portugal.
Okay.
In springtime.
Let's go.
Oh,
I love it.
Early summer, right? I think that's the ideal place.
And I also want to add, before we let you guys go, I know you guys have a very busy day, so I don't want to keep you. I know you're doing many calls today, and we appreciate you taking the time to meet with us and play the game. So awesome. But I just wanted to say that, back when you were on the show, Alvaro, we talked about having you come back and playing the game on our stream, and today we made it all happen. You know what I mean? So we've come full circle. I love it. You know what I mean?
I gave my word.
You said you'd be back. You're back with the game. We played it, and now I'm even more excited about the game. So it's perfect.
That's good. That's good.
So I just wanted to say thank you, Alvaro Martin, CEO of Pulsar. We've got Garrison Yang, the CMO of Pulsar. These guys have a crazy day. They're on their press tour right now because this game is going to be huge. So they got to be talking about it. So I just wanted to thank you guys again for coming. Please come back when there's any new developments in Pulsar. Can we get a confirmation that you'll be back to share with us?
Yeah.
So in the moment that in the moment we present the update to our investors, let's come back here and play together, the multiplayer mission.
Oh, guys, and someone just said in the chat, want to become famous, buy followers, viewers, primes, and on viewer shop. So if anyone wants to become famous, there's someone in the chat that can help you do that, apparently.
Can't believe I didn't think of that.
We got our first bot, guys. Congratulations. Guys,
congratulations. That's a big milestone, bro.
That is a big milestone. No bots. Come on. We now need a
Somebody's
Twitch
gonna
moderator.
Dexalot discover that guy.
Yeah, I know. We need a Twitch moderator now. All right, Alvaro, Garrison, I'm gonna let you guys go. And I just wanted to say thanks again for joining us today. On behalf of the whole team. This is just awesome. Congrats on all the success, and we look forward to more Pulsar streams when we get close to launch.
Let's go.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate it that you have us here today to have a bit of time to talk about the game. Have a good day.
Anytime, guys. Anytime.
Later,
you guys take care.
Appreciate it.